Welcome to another Market Matters video update. Shawn, it's Melbourne Cup Week down in Melbourne. Quite an interesting week. I'm sure you've got some tips for us. We'll get to them at the end of the video. But on the market front, we saw the market on a positive lead from the Dow, closed down 19 odd points today. You've been talking about a 100-point correction that you think is on the horizon. Do you think this is the start of it?
I think it probably is, Nick, but I think we're still going up a bit further, so I think you've got to be careful trading the pullbacks, more focus on the bigger picture. The bigger picture, I'm still mildly bullish, but bearing in mind now the S&P 500 has hit those all-time highs I was calling last week. It's already there. The Nasdaq's hit the more recent highs, apart from the Nasdaq boom. So it's higher than it's ever been in the last 5 or 6 years. The Russell 2000 isn't there yet. Europe's not there yet. So I think these markets go further. As I said before, I think Japan will probably push them there. That news was pretty huge on Friday. But yeah, today we've turned around. We fell 40 or 50 points from the opening. I think the likelihood is that we pull back from here for a couple of days.
What's been said in Japan, RB economics, a continuation of that. Are you viewing this as a positive for markets, or is this a negative thing in your opinion?
Oh, I think short term it's got to be positive. Yeah. I mean, there's billions of dollars coming out of the Japanese pension funds going into equities around the world. By definition, supply and demand is what moves equities. It's got to be positive. Bigger picture, as I sort of compared it to on the weekend, it reminds me a bit of the Gold Coast property market. Are the Japanese going to push the market too far, and then all of a sudden it's all going to come back? It's a bit scary for me. You're talking that the Japanese government are going to use mums and dads' pension money to go into equities as almost the last throw of the dice to try and kickstart their economy. That scares me in the bigger picture. But short term it is positive, and it will give us an opportunity to take a bit of profit on some of our buys over the last few weeks.
Okay, awesome. Now I thought I'd just talk about a few stocks. One key one in particular today, Woolworths was off 4.9% when they came out with their sales. You did say recently, we did a feature piece on Tesco and Sainsbury's over in the UK, and you shone the spotlight on the retailers here, in particular, Woolworths and Wesfarmers. You still bearish on that, or is that a buying opportunity now?
No, I'm not a buyer of them. As I said before in the article, I'm just nervous about what's going to happen to their margins with all the low-cost comparisons coming in. Yep. The competition is going to get harder, not easier, in that space for them. And today's 5% move, well, that was out of the blue. That wasn't part of my prediction, but I'll take it anyway. Yep. Overall, I think that the sector is on a pretty high PEs, and I think there is risk there going forward over the next 5 years. Where they go over the next week or two, I'm not sure, but okay. I'm not a buyer of the sector.
Okay, so then the gold spot price was off. Newcrest Mining closed down 7.62%. That 696 price target of yours is getting close. A few more days like this will be here. Do you think we could see that soon?
I think my gold prediction is probably the best one I've made in a long time. I think gold's going down. I think Newcrest is going down. Don't be caught up in trying to pick bottoms. I think they go a fair bit lower. I think Newcrest goes $6.50, $6. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes under $6. Mind you, when it does that, I'll probably be quite an aggressive buyer. I might do something really radical, like sell some CBA shares and buy Newcrest. Yep. That would scare a few people. But I think overall, don't get involved in that sector at the moment. It goes a lot lower. The fundamentals are perfect. The US dollar's going up. The US economy is improving. That's all bearish for gold. So I don't see any reason to buy them yet. They're going lower. But what will happen to turn them around all of a sudden is you'll see inflation, just a little glimmer of inflation, and then you'll see the whole thing turn around. But I don't think that's going to happen yet for months.
Okay. And the other one is your top pick, Challenger. You were saying that was a screaming buy for you 2 or 3 weeks ago. We saw it trade sideways for quite some time. Last 4 or 5 trading sessions, it seems to have broken out and got over $7 today. You think we'll continue to see that to tick along, or what's your current read on that?
Well, I still like it. I still think it goes up. I still think it will go back over 8. But will I be chasing it above 7 as opposed to buying it when it dips under 7? Probably not, risk-reward wise. As I said, this move upward for me is getting mature. I do think we go higher, but you've got to look at that risk-reward. So yeah. I'm happy to borrow Challenger into weakness. I wouldn't chase any of these stocks into strength now. And it was nice to see the stocks going up. I think it goes up, but I wouldn't chase it into strength.
Okay. And the last thing, as I hinted out at the start, Melbourne Cup tomorrow down in Melbourne. Now, in terms of your betting, you a trifecta man, a quinella man, or do you just have a screaming pick or a screaming buy, like you usually do with the market that you're laying your money on? What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, racing's not my thing, Nick. I quite enjoy taking the wife there for the day out, and love it when we do that. But overall, I'm a bit of a novice. Yeah. So a couple of things have caught my eye. The horse I'm going to go for is Edmar Ratke, won the Caulfield Cup. It's Japanese owned. And I think last week on Friday, the Japanese said that we're a force to be reckoned with for a while. So it's got a bit of weight, I'm told, but that's my favourite tip. Secondly, Damien Oliver. Obviously a great leader. You could say maybe that that horse, Mutual Regard, had a good chance. My roughie would be Brambles, because the stock's having a great run. It's 50 to 1. But no, I'm going to go for the Japanese horse. I think the Japanese horse is the way to go. Japanese money is coming into the markets. It'll push that horse home.
Great. Well, there's 3 to keep an eye on. Now, if you want my tip, I'd have to say Admire Raki as well, with all the weight on it. A good tipster friend of mine actually gave it to me a few weeks ago at Caulfield, and I didn't get to put money on it, so I'd hate to make that mistake twice. Everyone, good luck tomorrow.
Have a lot of fun tomorrow.
Cheers.